Hello, welcome to the Virginia College Fair, virtual college fair for all Virginia students, sponsored by the Virginia Association of Collegiate Registrars and Admissions Counselors. We thank you for joining us this afternoon. A few housekeeping announcements before we get started. You can use the Q&A button on your screen to type your questions to our presenters at any time. Your camera and microphone are off, so the panelists cannot see or hear you. This is just one of many events that are happening, so be sure to check out the full schedule at strivescan.com/Virginia. This presentation is being recorded, as are all the others, and will be available within about a week at that same website, strivescan.com/Virginia. And now I would like to turn it over to our first presenter from Virginia State University.
Hello, everyone. Thank you all for having me today. My name is Jalen Thomas. I'm one of the admissions counselors at Virginia State University. So let's just jump right into everything. This is a beautiful picture of our campus, 236 acres. We are located in Petersburg, Virginia, about 30 minutes south of Richmond, 2 hours south of DC. And we're also probably like an hour and 30, 40 minutes away from Virginia Beach. As you can see, this campus is beautiful. We have a lot of fun here in Trojan land. So let's figure out how we can do that. So here's some quick stats, and these really speak to the family feeling that we have at Virginia State. We're very family oriented. We're not that large of a school, medium size. We average around 4,300 students. And as you can see, that 13-to-1 student to faculty ratio. So your class sizes are not going to be that big. You have the ability and the opportunity really to build a relationship with your professor as well as your classmates. I know with that, you feel more inclined to go in class, inclined to attend class. You're definitely more comfortable sitting in the classroom. You don't feel like, you're on the outskirts. Your professor will know you by your name. So that definitely helps with being able to say, hey, I want some extra assistance, or I would like to venture out to gain some experience in the workforce or internship opportunities, so much more. And that obviously we have that 236 acre campus as well. So we definitely, like I said previously, we have a lot of fun on campus. So you have the option to do so much. For instance, our sporting events, they are filled with so much energy. We have our Trojan Explosion band there, or our pep band that's there. We have multiple dance teams that are there to keep you entertained. Obviously, you have the sporting events itself: basketball, football, baseball, softball, track and field, cross country, anything that you can think of. We are Division II, and we are part of the CIAA conference. And if you're not interested so much in sports, we have over 90 clubs and organizations that cater to singing, acting, dancing, written word, poetry, modeling. And if it's something that we don't have, you can definitely bring that to the campus and start that club or organization. At the top right corner, we have our Divine Nine. They are all active to my knowledge. The only thing I like to add with that is discretion is key when you are, if you want to be a part of Greek life. And now let's say you want to go and explore other parts of the world. You do have that opportunity. I know with everything going on now, you may not be able to travel across, but we still have those study abroad programs. And when everything is running back to normal, those will definitely be in place. So a lot to do on campus. We have a lot of fun. We also host activity hours and just different events throughout the week so that you guys are not constantly going through the monotony of the day of class, getting homework done, eating, and doing that every single day. So that activity hour is there to break up the day. You have pop-up performances, flash mobs. It could be food trucks, a game truck. So we like to make sure that you have a very good balance while being on campus. And part of that balance is making sure that you get your education. So here are our 6 academic colleges that we have here. And these range from social work, psychology. Our future educators, we offer special education, elementary, middle school education. If you're interested in fashion merchandising, that falls under our College of Agriculture or Family and Consumer Science as well. We have Mass Comm, Natural and Health Sciences, a biology pre-med program, which is one of 4 pre-professional tracks that we offer at Virginia State University. So you have biology pre-med, pre-pharmaceutical, pre-veterinary, and pre-law. So those are one of 4 pre-professional tracks that we offer. So you can definitely get some more in-depth information. It's a lot to cover in a 6-minute presentation. But if you visit our school's website, you'll get mission statements, the curriculum, the whole nine about each of these departments. Like I said, the class sizes are not that big. So you get a hands-on experience in each of these colleges. The professors care about you as an individual and wants to make sure that you're successful in the classroom, as well as when you go out into the workforce. So I know I've talked about a lot what we do on campus and the academic colleges. This is just simply our in-state and out-of-state tuition rates. You do have to tack on the room and board, which is around $10,000. So you can do the math in your head, just add around $10,000 to each of these, and then there's your grand total. And I'm not sure about you, but I don't have that money sitting in my account. So we definitely want to find a way to pay for that. So we will talk about the application process and then move forward with our scholarships. So these are our averages, not requirements. So when students look at these, I want to emphasize that we're looking holistically. That means we accept students below and above the GPA, SAT, and ACT. And I know the million-dollar question is, are we test optional? Well, the good thing is Virginia State University has always been test optional. If you have a 3.0 or above, you have the option not to submit test scores. But due to COVID-19, we understand that students are not able to take the test in every single location. So we've expanded that option. So if you fall below that 3.0 mark, you do have the same opportunity to be admitted into the university with just your transcript and your submitted application. But if you are able to, I encourage you to do so for our merit-based scholarships. Our merit-based scholarships still require both the GPA along with SAT or ACT. And we also super score. So I don't know how likely it is, but if you are able to take it more than once, I would encourage you to do so. So these are our merit-based scholarships that we offer through the admissions process. Like I previously stated, you do need both the GPA and SAT or ACT. So if you are able to, definitely get out there and take the test. These are also automatic consideration, which means you don't have to submit anything additional. So when you submit your documents along with your application, then you are good to go for automatic consideration for these scholarships. We also offer outside scholarships, so make sure you do your research so that you can decrease that out-of-pocket cost so we're not graduating in so much debt, all right? So I know I've quickly gone over everything, but our application is free. That's the link that you'll use. It doesn't take long to do. The essay is optional. So everything else on there you already know. So it gives us no reason not to do it. It takes probably less than 10 minutes, so you can definitely get it done. Send us your documents, and then you are good to go. If you have any questions, that's your contact information below, and you have a good one.
Thanks, Jalen. We appreciate that. Enjoyed learning more about Virginia State University. Just a quick schedule note, we are session V6, so to the middle far right of the screen that you should be seeing right now. We do have a quick little schedule adjustment. We do have all of our schools with us, but Michigan State will present 5th and Averett University will present 6th, just to keep everyone up to date. And don't forget that Q&A box. It is a great place to drop any questions, again, specifically to an individual school or a couple schools that you have a question for directly, or a question for all of our representatives to answer for you. All right, our next presenter is going to be the University of South Carolina.
All right, awesome, thank you. I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen. Okay, so my name is Casey Paget. I'm the regional rep for admissions for Virginia at the University of South Carolina, and I'm going to give you guys a brief rundown of all things USC. So we have about 27,000 undergraduate students. About 58% are in-state, about 42% are out-of-state. So we really are popular for out-of-state students. Virginia actually is the second largest out-of-state to go to USC. And then from there, it's also North Carolina, Georgia, New Jersey, Maryland, and pretty much the entire East Coast. And we also have students from all 50 states and 100+ countries. So here's Cocky making his way down to USC. So we are in Columbia, South Carolina. It's right in the middle of the state. So from Richmond area, it's about 5 hours away. From Northern Virginia, it's about 7 to 8 hours away. From the Southwest Virginia, it could be about 4 to 5 hours away. And then on the East Coast, the Tidewater region, anywhere from 5 to 6 hours away. So we are a pretty good location as far as SEC schools go. We're about 2.5 hours away from the beaches campuses in Myrtle Beach and Charleston and Hilton Head. And then we also are about an hour and a half away from Charlotte, North Carolina, and then Greenville, South Carolina, and Asheville, North Carolina are about 2 to 4 hours away northwest of us. We have an airport in Columbia, so you can certainly get to campus if you want to fly. And then, of course, we also have an airport in Charlotte, which is, again, an hour and a half. But it's really not too far of a drive. We even have an app on our phone where you can download called Rideshare app, where you can communicate with other Gamecocks who may live in the same area as you, and you can post on there, hey, is there anybody going back to, the Tidewater region this weekend? And 9 times out of 10, somebody is always going back to Virginia, and will certainly love to give you a ride. So I do want to make sure I point that out. A little bit about Columbia. So we are the capital of South Carolina. It is the largest city in the state. We also have a lot of rich history, really cool culture and nightlife in Columbia as well. Internship opportunities and co-ops. And on the bottom right-hand corner, that is a picture of a woman who is running through the Riverwalk. So we actually have 3 different rivers that run throughout the entire city of Columbia. And we also have 2 separate downtown areas. So one area is called the Vista. So when your parents come to visit you, they'll take you out to dinner there. It's definitely more upscale. A lot of graduate students who decide to go to the Vista, or even professionals. And then we also have 5 Points, the other downtown area where it's more budget friendly for college students. Really cool shopping and boutiques, as well as really good Southern cuisine. And then again, like I mentioned before, it is the capital. So if you're somebody who is really into political science or state government or want to get involved that way, there's plenty of opportunities to have shadowing opportunities or even practicums and part-time jobs with the state. Okay, so academics, we are a Carnegie Tier 1 research university. About 56 of our programs are nationally ranked, and we have a 17-to-1 student-faculty ratio. So that means that when you're in your gen ed classes, so you're taking your biology 101 classes, or maybe even English 101, that would be pretty much 50 to 100 people. And then once you get into your major classes, they will shrink down a little bit. And we have about 300 different unique programs on our campus. And so we are most known for business, engineering, arts and sciences, and nursing. We also have our own law school and our own medical school as well. And if y'all have any specific questions about these academic colleges or schools, feel free to email me, or you can type in the chat boxes as well, and we can go over that. And I want to talk about our Carolina Elite program. So we are top ranked for public schools honors colleges. So for somebody who wants to really challenge yourself and have rigorous classes, a lot smaller classes, this definitely will be the place for you. So typically no more than 10 to 15 people per class. You're encouraged to do some research under your belt. You also are encouraged to do some study abroad. You really make sure you have like a wide variety of ways to get you out of your comfort zone. And then Capstone Scholars program, that is a leadership program for your first 2 years at USC, and you'll be encouraged to do community service hours, and you actually have to be invited to be a part of Capstone, where the Honors College, you have to apply to be a part of the program. So we do have 30 different Fortune 500 companies in Columbia alone. So that means great internship opportunities. Study abroad is definitely the bucket list thing to do before you graduate. So you name it, we have it. We have a partnership with over 100 countries around the world. And then we also have an opportunity for undergraduates to do some undergraduate research. You can actually receive some grants to do research, and you can work alongside a professor doing that. We have over 500 organizations on our campus. Greek Life's about 25% of our campus, so it's a great way to meet new people, but it's not the only way to meet new people and make some friends. A lot of students will decide to do student government, dance marathon, community service, and then the bottom right-hand corner, that is our fitness center. So yes, it is a pool on our campus. It's very warm in South Carolina, about 65 degrees all year round, and there are palm trees everywhere. We are Garnet and Black, and our mascot are the Gamecocks. We have a lot of school spirit. We may not be doing so hot with our football team lately, but we're so happy to be playing. So make sure you root for us on Saturday. We are playing Vanderbilt. And then just a little bit about our freshman requirements. We're on all 3 applications. We have a $65 application fee, and we are also test optional this year. So if you have an SAT score, you can go ahead and send that in, or ACT. But if not, we will require at least 3 different AP or IB exams, or a graded essay with teachers' comments on there. And then our early action deadline's coming up. That's October 15th. Our honors college deadline is November 15th, and our regular is December 1st. So make sure you keep note of those. And we also have a wide variety of university scholarships. So all of that is going to be test optional, holistic review. And then here is our information to contact us if you have any further questions. So thank you.
Great. Thank you so much for sharing more about the University of South Carolina. Our next presentation is going to be from Methodist University.
Hey, let me share my screen here, y'all. My name is Jamie Legg, and I am the Dean of Admissions at Methodist University. Welcome this afternoon. We're so happy to have you guys here. I want to take a few minutes to talk with you a little bit about the university and about some of the programs and opportunities that we present to you. We are located in Fayetteville, North Carolina, which is the fourth largest metropolitan area in the state of North Carolina, a city of about 300,000 people. About an hour south of Raleigh, about an hour and 45 minutes from the Wilmington area, and about 2 hours, 2.5 hours from Charlotte. So kind of southeastern part of the state of North Carolina. We're around 2,100 total students on our campus. Virginia is one of our largest states that we enroll students from. In fact, it's our third largest state behind North Carolina and Florida. Our 2,100 students do come to us from more than 35 different states and over 70 different foreign countries. I think the thing that they all have in mind and in common is that they're looking for a smaller university environment. Average class size on our campus is around 18 students. Our student to faculty ratio is 12:1. So you're going to be in small classes, lots of individual attention. Faculty members that not only know who you are, but where you're from, what you're majoring, and what you ate for lunch this afternoon. We have over 80 different academic programs. We have 20 NCAA Division III athletic teams, and those teams have won more than 70 different national championships. We have more than 100 different clubs and organizations. We have more than 190 study abroad opportunities each year. So our students are looking for that small college environment with lots of opportunities outside of the classroom. We are currently open for campus visits. We're taking small groups, three or fewer in your group on 4 different occasions throughout the week, and we are open on Saturday mornings. However, if you'd like to visit virtually, you can follow the link there at the bottom, bit.ly virtual tour. You'll get a great virtual tour of the campus with videos of our residence halls, cafeteria, and lots of other great 360-degree views of campus. These are our top academic programs. The top 10 are typically going to be in these areas. The order may change from year to year. But programs like our health sciences, we do have a School of Health Sciences on our campus with the Doctor of Physical Therapy program, a Doctor of Occupational Therapy program, a Graduate Physician Assistant program. So anything in the health sciences, business, or some of the technology programs, things like engineering, computer information technology, computer science are always very large. Among unique programs that are always in our top 10 are things like our kinesiology program, which is our pre-PT, as well as our golf management program. We are one of 18 PGA golf management programs in the United States. And we do have a very strong engineering and industrial and systems engineering concentration there. So a little bit about our freshman class. We typically get around 3,000 applications per year, and last year we were at 2,967. We do typically admit about 2/3 to 3/4 of our applicants. This past year, we were at 2,217. We enrolled 348 freshmen. The average GPA was a 3.5, and the middle 50 percentile was between a 3.08 and a 4.02. And you can see there our test score, middle 50 percentiles. Of note, we are test optional. This is not a response to COVID-19, although it did make it a little bit more convenient to do it. But we do plan to be test optional going forward. We care a lot more about what students do 180 days a year in the classroom than we do on one Saturday morning at 8 o'clock in the morning, when that's probably the last place on earth you wanted to be that day. So that's a little bit about the test optional. We also admit students based on self-reported grades, curriculum, and test scores. Obviously, that's contingent upon receipt of actual official documents, but we try to turn things around pretty quickly. Our application is open currently, and we work on a rolling basis. We make admissions decisions within 5 to 7 days of the time that you apply, and turn things around pretty quickly for you. And we are test optional in terms of scholarship and grant programs. As you can see from this chart, these are guaranteed academic scholarships that are awarded to students at the time that they're admitted. And those scholarships go anywhere from a low of $19,000 per year with a 3.0 or better grade point average to a high of $27,000. Now, the test optional scholarships at the very bottom are obviously without standardized test scores, but students are incentivized to send standardized test scores with a little bit higher scholarship amounts. We do also have some very competitive scholarships that go all the way up to full tuition. Those do require standardized test scores currently, but that may be changing down the road. Obviously, the FAFSA form is open now. 97% of our students do receive financial assistance. The average financial aid package is over $31,500. On average, our students pay about $18,000 per year to live on campus. But I think the most important part of this slide is the last bullet point, and that is that our graduates consistently rank in the top 25% of graduates of four-year institutions in the state of North Carolina. You can see there the link for our application, www.methodist.edu/apply. There's our contact information there. We would love to see you on campus and love to see an application. If you have further questions, hit that Q&A button and we'll get you taken care of.
Great, thank you so much. Our next presenter is going to be John Tyler Community College.
Good afternoon. Thanks for coming, everyone. Get this going. All right. Thanks for coming. My name is Jordan Meadows. I'm the outreach coordinator at John Tyler Community College. And at Tyler, our vision statement is a success story for every student. And through all the supports and resources at Tyler that I'm going to talk about today, I hope you'll see how we really live up to that vision statement, and it's something we truly believe in. So first off, here's Tyler at a glance. We've got two campus locations, one in Midlothian, Virginia, and one in Chester, Virginia. We have over 14,000 students enrolled at Tyler, which may sound like a lot, but with all the options and pathways at Tyler, we're able to cultivate smaller class settings with the average class size being 15 students. As I mentioned, we have a lot of options and pathways with over 75 majors and programs, and that includes associate degrees, transfer-specific associate degrees for those that want to transfer onto that four-year school, and technical programs designed to prepare students for skilled trade jobs that are in high demand right now. So within those categories, these are some of the most popular majors. These technical programs teach skills for entry-level jobs, many of which are less than 2 years long, and you can come out of it with qualifications for entry-level jobs with salaries ranging from $40,000 to $55,000 a year. These programs are great for students that don't want that traditional classroom setting and want to work with their hands, learn a skill, and join the workforce. The transfer degrees listed are some of the most popular at Tyler. They're designed to transfer to four-year institutions. After completion, you'll receive your associate's degree and your credits will transfer to that four-year school of your choice. Additionally, at Tyler, we have guaranteed acceptance agreements with all the four-year schools in Virginia, like JMU, UVA, VCU, VSU, ODU, Virginia Tech, and many more. The agreements are contracts between the community colleges and the four-year schools that outline certain course requirements and GPA requirements. And if you satisfy those requirements, then you have a guaranteed acceptance to that school. This is actually what I did after high school. I received a guaranteed acceptance to UVA, and that's where I got my bachelor's degree. And then these career majors are geared towards joining the workforce after completion. Many of them are certifications. Some of them are associate degrees as well. Given that they're not designed to transfer to four-year schools doesn't mean it's not possible. but there is a chance that there may be some additional course requirements from that four-year school in order to transfer over. And some courses may not transfer over exactly the way perfectly, just like the ones designed for that four-year transfer programs. To learn more about our other programs, you can scan that QR code or visit catalog.jtcc.edu. So now to go back to a success story for every student. Not only are our professors and faculty highly invested in helping every student reach their goal, but at Tyler, we have many supports in place to ensure success. And here are a few examples. We have the ARC, which is the Academic Resource Center. As a Tyler student, you have unlimited access to free tutoring. The ARC has student tutors, professional tutors, and many professors host their office hours there. They'll help you make a study plan at the beginning semester where you take your syllabi and they'll schedule out when you need to study, when you need to prepare for exams, write papers, things like that. Libraries, they're more than just books. They host workshops and activities on a wide variety of topics. You can reserve study rooms and technology or equipment, and they also have free printing. And then career services, they'll help you find a job while you're at Tyler and for after your time at Tyler. They host job fairs, help students find internships within their programs of study, and they'll even provide you with a free interview outfit to keep if you don't have one. If you have an interview coming up and you need a professional attire, they'll provide that for you. In some of our student life, student activities host events like pick up and play games on the quad between classes, virtual events like cooking tutorials, and they had a virtual spirit week. There's also musicals and plays each semester, and you don't have to be in the theater club or a theater program to audition or be a part of those musicals or plays. And we also have intramural sports like volleyball, basketball, and soccer. And we have over 30 clubs, and if there isn't one that we don't have already, it's easy for you to start one yourself. So applying to Tyler is easy. We've got a free application. There's no essays, no SAT or ACT requirements, and no letters of recommendation. If you have any other questions, you can feel free to email me, use the chat box, or you can text me at 804-464-8484. And if you'd like to apply today, you can scan that QR code or visit jtcc.edu/apply. Thank you.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for sharing that information. We next will have Michigan State University, followed then by Averett University. So Michigan State, take it away.
Thank you very much. So my name is Larry Alterman. I am the manager of East Coast recruitment for Michigan State, and I will be talking a little bit about the opportunities here at Michigan State. So we are located in East Lansing, Michigan. East Lansing is in the center of the lower part of the state. You can fly nonstop to Detroit in about an hour and 25 minutes from most of the airports in the state of Virginia. East Lansing is a college town, multiple blocks of shops, restaurants, things to do, places to hang out directly across the street from campus. We have students on our campus from all 50 states, 130 countries, so everyone can feel comfortable at Michigan State. We have a lot of trees, a lot of grass and open space. Our campus is very flat. It's great for walking, great for biking. There's always a tree to sit underneath and just read a book, listen to music, or relax. We have all 4 seasons and a very wide variety of architecture. We are a large school, 49,000 total students, but we're dominated by 39,000 undergraduate students, 200 majors in 17 degree granting colleges. The major you select does not impact your ability to be admitted. We have an honors college at Michigan State, one of the oldest in the country. You can be in any major. We are looking for very high achieving students who enjoy tremendous academic flexibility. We're always adding new buildings. This is our new STEM teaching, learning, and interdisciplinary research facility This building will be open in September of 21. This is an addition to our Broad College of Business. This is the Minskoff Pavilion. Keep in mind, this is only an addition. So many ways, though, to customize your experience. Our entrepreneurship minor can be added to any major. Undergraduate research, a major part of our academic undergraduate culture. We have an Office of Undergraduate Research. Every year we have thousands of students involved in research across all academic areas. For study abroad, you can go to every continent on the globe, including Antarctica, 60 different countries, over 275 programs. If you're a sports fan, you can attend games at Spartan Stadium, 72,000 seats, and you can walk there from any residence hall on campus. Or maybe a men's or women's game at the Breslin Center, also right on campus. So many activities, though, over 900 clubs and student organizations, over 150 live music performances, 28 different sports for intramural and club. We have active but not dominant Greek life, about 12% of our students involved in Greek life. This is about 4,000 students. You do have to live on campus freshman year. We guarantee space on campus freshman year and all 4 years. We have 9 dining halls on campus. When you are living on campus, you can eat in any of them as many times as you like. We also have 20 Sparty convenience stores, making it easy when you want to pick up an item or two. We even have our own food truck. Let's talk about admissions. Down in the lower left, you can see our middle 50% on GPA, ACT, and SAT. We take the common application, the coalition application, the MSU application. We do not require any supplemental test scores. Also this year, for the first time, Michigan State is test optional. We will review your grades, the courses you took, the rigor. We will look at your extracurricular activities. We will read your essay. Letters of recommendation not required, but we will read them. We have early action by November 1 and rolling admissions. We are starting to read applications next week. We have 5 engagement centers around campus, which offer free tutoring, writing centers, and different advising support. Our freshman retention rate is 92%. Each of our 17 degree granting colleges has their own career center. And in the first semester on campus, you'll be invited to resume workshops. We view the career process as a 4-year process. And our placement rate within 6 months of graduation is 93%. When you graduate, you join an alumni network of almost 500,000. This will give you an idea on tuition, fees, room and board for the year. We have quite a bit in the way of merit aid, which you are automatically considered for if you are admitted to MSU. We hope you'll consider joining us on the banks of the Red Cedar River. The Red Cedar cuts right through the heart of the Michigan State campus. If you have any questions about Michigan State University, please, you can email me at larrya@msu.edu, or you can call me on my cell phone at 479-366-3482. You can text me as well. I respond to that. So thank you so much, and best of luck in your college process.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. We are excited to hear from our 6th school during our 6x6. So I'd like to turn it over to Averett University.
Hello, hi, good afternoon. Thank you so much for joining us and having me. So let me share my screen very quickly. Fantastic. So welcome to Averett. So who is Averett University? Averett University was founded in 1859. We started out as an all-women's college. And since then, now in 2020, we are sitting at a split of 50% male and 50% female. Here at Averett, we are a suburban campus. We are located in the historical district of Danville. We have a total of 5 different campuses in Danville. Well, 4 in Danville and 1 on the border of North Carolina, which is our equestrian center. We total 965 traditional undergraduate students, as well as we have an 11% international population with an average class size of 10 to 12 students. Where is Danville? So Danville, Virginia, we are right on the border of North Carolina. We are located in the River District. We are very active as we have our Riverwalk Trail downtown. We are super involved in the community, trying to make certain that we embrace the community and all of our cultures here in Danville. We do have a vibrant cultural arts and entertainment scene downtown. There has been a large revitalization to our River District. So students are very active downtown. And we do have a service mentality. A lot of our students are involved in community service projects, as well as our Center for Engagement of, it's our CCECC, it's our Center for Engagement and Community Competitiveness. The CCECC, the Center for Community Engagement and Career Competitiveness, as you can see right here, it's our service-based student body. They are super involved in the community, as well as our student engagement team. We are be a part from the start approach. They want to make certain that all of our students stand out and that they are noticed. We have 30 plus clubs and organizations, as well as intramural sports. We have over 30 majors and minors, with some of our top ones being business and aviation and equestrian. Averett University, we are a Division III athletic school, as well as we do have 16 NCAA sports. We have competitive dance and cheer, varsity esports, and competitive IDA and IHSA equestrian teams. How to apply? So our application is free. We are not on the Common App due to we're a little bit easier than the Common App. So we do not require an essay or a graded writing sample. And as of right now, things aren't normal. So we are working on admitting students without test scores. Financial aid. We do give out merit-based scholarships ranging from $3,000 to $18,000 a year. We do offer Averett Assistance, Virginia Tuitions Assistance Grant for Virginia residential students. And of course, you can apply for the FAFSA. It just came out October the 1st. Listed here are some dates that you can visit us. We have a Cougar Preview Day coming up this Friday, and then our next one will be October 21st. Please follow us on social media. And here is my information listed here. As you can see, you can reach out to me via email or my direct line. And if you do have any questions or need to communicate on the weekends, I can totally give you my cell phone number and we can chat from there. Does anybody have any questions? Well, thank you so much for your time. I greatly appreciate it. And we look forward to having you here at Averett. And I wish you the best on your college adventure.
Great. Thank you, Cameron, for sharing Averett with us. Since we have a few more minutes, just a quick reminder to attendees that this is a great time to ask any last questions that you might have. It could be a reminder on contact information or a question for any of our panelists or a question for all of them that we can share. Since we have a few more minutes, you can see the presenters are popping back on. So if everyone would please turn their cameras back on and join us all as a group. We are going to just take a minute to bring a little bit of that student, a little extra about the student experience to the end of our time together today. So in the same order that you all presented, could you please share with our attendees and anyone watching later, a little bit about a favorite tradition or campus event that really gives a little bit of insight into that student experience, culture, vibe on your campus. And we'll begin with Virginia State University.
Okay.
And then just go in a circle.
I feel like it's a very big thing, and because we're in the midst of what it would typically would be, and that's homecoming. Our homecoming is hosted every year, usually sometime in October, depending on what other schools their homecomings are. But homecoming is just like one big family reunion where everyone comes back to have a good time. It's the one of maybe like 2 or 3 instances. Oh, I won't mention that, but it's a great time to have. There's a lot of people that come back. There's tailgating, the football game. It's essentially like one big fashion show as well. So you definitely want to come dressed to impress, but no one knocks you if you come in your Virginia State University hoodie, some jeans, and a pair of boots. It doesn't really matter. We're all there to have a great time. So please bear with us because it is homecoming season and we are all in our homes. But they're doing the best that they can to make it more interactive this year with like virtual different activities and things going on. But that's definitely a highlight. And then we also have like a springtime version of that called Spring Fling. So.
All right, and at South Carolina, we have a tradition called the Tiger Burn. So I'm not sure if you guys know this, but we definitely are the biggest rivals with Clemson University. And for many, many years, we've been doing this tradition where our engineering students will build this huge tiger out of chicken wire and paper mache, and they set it up really tall. It's pretty much massive, bigger than the buildings. And then there's a huge crowd that watches this, and then they light it on fire and it burns down. And it sounds morbid, but I know Clemson does something very similar to us. So it's like all in good, clean fun. And it gets us really excited for the next day whenever we play Clemson. So either way, we got lots of school spirit, and definitely our traditions stem off of football and homecoming being Gamecocks.
I think I'm going now. One of our biggest traditions, other than some of the things that have been mentioned, certainly homecoming and that type of event, we have a spring. One of our really unique traditions is we have a day every year in the spring called Show You Care Day. And it's when most of the community, the campus community, gets together and does some type of on-campus community service project, campus beautification projects, or in some cases even going out into the community. So kind of cool to be able to get together with colleagues from across the campus, students, faculty, staff to give back.
So at John Tyler, we are a strictly commuter campus, so we don't have any residential dorms. So our activities are a little bit different, but in the fall, we have a really large Halloween festival carnival to interact with the community. Obviously, this fall, we won't be having that. But then in the spring, we also have something similar with our block party. So we make sure that we do have plenty of events throughout the year to also give that, that campus feel, as well as since we are such a commuter campus.
At Michigan State, one of the traditions we have is we have this really large rock, which we very originally call the Rock, on our campus. And it's painted by different organizations, and they actually have to camp out like for a whole day, and then they paint it at night. And it's either promoting their organization or an event, or it might even be a certain thought on something. And so basically every day it changes. And so it's always something students notice.
Oh, hello.
Yes, we can hear you.
As an alumni from Averett, I can relate to some I guess rooted rituals. So here at Averett, we do have an open convocation each year where we do welcome the incoming class and the rest of the institution. And we sing the Averett's alma mater. So back in 1859, when Averett was founded as an all-women's college, when the girls were seniors, they would actually sing the daisy chain song. They would connect daisies and put them on the juniors would make daisy chains and put them on their heads. So as I was in a sorority here on campus, and we sang the daisy chain song every Sunday just to sort of like be rooted back in our tradition. So yeah, that's a ritual that I enjoy.
Thank you all for sharing. It's so fun. I hope that everyone enjoyed hearing the presentations and also a little bit of things that are special and make each campus community what it is for its students, which is wonderful. Well, we've reached the end of our time together today, and I just want to say thank you, first of all, to all of our presenters for sharing about their institutions. We hope that everyone who attended and is watching this online has enjoyed learning about these great schools. When you leave your window and you close the box, you will be linked to a very quick 4-question survey. We'd appreciate any feedback that you can provide. Also, this is just one of many sessions being hosted, so be sure to check out the list and sign up for additional sessions at strivescan.com/Virginia. In about a week, you'll be able to find this session's recording, as well as all of the other session recordings at strivescan.com/Virginia. Thank you again to all of our presenters and attendees for spending time with us today. This brings us to the end. Have a wonderful day. Bye.